Alright, so when we get to the between, so looking at example 6.14, once again her video is exceptional. You know, she does a great job of going through here and explaining. Okay, so great job at, you know, getting to this spot and explaining that we're looking at this idea between. She draws a fantastic picture. And then she does a fantastic job explaining, like, you know, what do you do? Like, what is important to be able to find this? What I want to fine tune is making sure that we understand what we have to do to be able to find the answer to this. Because essentially what we're thinking about here is that we are looking for the area right here, the area in between. Okay, so essentially what's happening here is that means we're going to find the area to the left of that guy. We're going to find the area to the left of that guy. So we can find those. Well, those are no problem. That's straight from the table. But what we really care about is what's the difference between those two, which is that area right there. So we go and find the probability of this guy, the probability of that guy, and then we take those two probabilities and we subtract them. So when we're finding a between, we subtract our two probabilities. Alright, so let's grab that table, and of course I forgot my numbers. So my numbers are negative 0.82 and 0.55. So let's see. So negative 0.82. So we grab our little line tool. Oops. Hit this guy first. So we grab the line tool. Negative 0.82. I forgot my line tool there. So negative 0.82. So that's going to be that guy right there. And that guy's going to match up at that. So when we have a z-score, sorry about that. When we have a z-score of negative 0.82, our probability is going to be 0.20611. When we have a probability of 0.55, remember, to be able to do 0.55, we're going to go to the next page because that's the positive side. So see, all these z-values are positive and all these z-values are negative. So we go to the positive side. And we look for, let me grab my eraser and just erase this stuff from this side. So we're looking for 0.55. So 0.5, 5, and so that particular probability is going to be 0.70884. So remember, the big picture was here is that we had these two probabilities. We had our negative 0.82. We had our 0.55. We knew that we wanted to find the area in between. So to do that, we knew we could say we could find that area. We knew we could find that area. And so we needed to find the difference between the two, so we're going to subtract them. So we take these guys and we say 0.70884 minus 0.20611. So we get 37205. So basically about 50%. Because remember, like, I believe now after looking at those other two videos with the girl, I looked and saw that, you know, she's leaving it like this. But remember that that's essentially, if you play around with this to make sure, but 1, 2, that means that we have 50.273%. Or as a decimal is 0.5 or half, right? So there's what we do when we find between. So between is subtraction. We can this table right here only tells us the area to the left. So we have to be able to learn to manipulate and to work with that. And the key thing is here is that when we're between, we find the two probabilities and we subtract them. When we're greater than, So when we, just as a quick review, when we're greater than, we find our probability and we take 1 minus our probability to find our solution, because we're looking at greater than, or the area above, right? So when you're greater than, we're actually looking for this area. So when we look at this table, it tells us this. So we take 1 minus this area, whatever that area is, right? And that allows us to find out the leftover here. Alright, so kind of quick review of those. Hopefully this is kind of sinking in. A little bit of practice. If you have any specific questions, please reach out.